The sniper had quietly aimed at the enemy from the shadows, but he did not shoot to kill the enemy. At that time, the enemy did not know and was still repairing the wires. Suddenly, lightning flashed across the sky at the moment the thunder rolled. The man immediately fired and hit the wires, making the enemy think that he had been electrocuted while repairing the wires. The enemy officer looked around carefully but did not see the man. After observing, the man noticed sparks on the wires on the ground not far away. He immediately thought of a good plan. When the thunder struck again, the man immediately fired at the car's fuel tank nearby. The gasoline quickly flowed toward the wires. At that moment, the enemy officer smelled gasoline. While he looked around, the man used the cover of the thunder to fire again. In an instant, the sparks caused a violent explosion. The violent explosion successfully killed 6 enemies. Even the enemy officer was injured by the explosion. But while he was bandaging himself, he became suspicious. He immediately ordered his men to surround the man's room. At that moment, the man had just disassembled the sniper rifle and put it into a suitcase. But the officer had already reached the door. The man immediately told his wife to hide the suitcase. Before the wife could hide the suitcase, the officer and his men forced their way into the room. The man immediately stepped forward to stop them, but the officer took out a pistol and threatened the man not to interfere with his duty. Seeing this, the man did not panic at all. Instead, he arrogantly dared the officer to shoot. While the two were in a standoff, the man's wife walked over. As the eldest daughter of a prominent family, she completely looked down on the officer. She immediately began to scold the officer for not knowing proper rules. Then she called the commander. The woman thought that this would make the officer give up, but unexpectedly, the officer still wanted to enter the room to search. The wife knew that continuing to stop him was meaningless, so she agreed to let the officer search. After checking, the enemies found that one suitcase was missing. Hearing this, the man felt extremely nervous, but the wife calmly told them the location of the suitcase. The enemies quickly took out the suitcase. For a moment, the atmosphere became extremely tense. When the officer opened the suitcase to check, he found only clothes inside. Then he discovered that there was a hidden layer under the suitcase. At that moment, the man was ready for exposure. But he did not expect that after the officer opened the hidden layer, it contained a large amount of gold bars in US dollars. The commander then believed the couple. He quickly explained that it was all a misunderstanding. Then he immediately ordered the officer and his men to leave. After they left, the wife suddenly collapsed into the chair. She asked the man to quickly undo her belt. When the man undid his wife's belt, he finally realized that she had hidden the disassembled sniper rifle on her body. So, do you think the woman acted smartly?